Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So on level 8 of Divine Shard, I wanted to talk about the best crafting decks you can use for the three different stations, Kitchen, Forge, and Alchemy. So I have all three of these upgraded to level 8 as well. And now before you get any of the process upgrades, you're going to be able to eventually get them for the Kitchen. But before you get these upgrades, I'm going to show you the optimal deck lineup. So for the dried mushroom, it is going to be this: 4 heat controls, 1 slow cook. This is what you want to run if you do not have the process upgrades yet for level 8. However, if you do have those process upgrades unlocked or you're using someone's kitchen who has them, the optimal deck will be replacing 1 heat control for a ferment. That is going to be the only change. However, until you get those process upgrades, it's better for you to have this lineup of 4 heat controls and 1 slow cook. For the other ones, shroom stir fry, whether you have the process upgrades or not, this is going to be the optimal deck setup: 4 heat control, 1 slow cook, 1 ferment. And then finally, for the spice dried fruit, you're going to have 4 heat control, 2 slow cook, and 1 ferment. And this will be before the process upgrades or even after them. This is still the optimal deck. One final thing is salted dried fruit. This is the optimal deck: 4 heat control, 1 slow cook. And again, if you get the process upgrades, you're going to replace 1 heat control for a ferment, just like you are going to do with the dried mushroom. But for right now, of course, you do not want to do that. This is really key for the kitchen, and we're going to do some actually crafting in my friend's kitchen who has the process upgrades to show you what is the best way of actually just completing the process upgrades for the kitchen. Okay, next up we have the Forge. So the Forge, the optimal decks, you're not going to be able to get this process upgrade because this is not possible. You cannot craft a high enough, higher comwend incense from the alchemy station, so you're just going to have the process upgrades like that I have currently, and these are going to be the optimal decks. So for the warm stone armor, you're going to want to run this deck, which is 2 forge expert, 2 multi-forge, 2 heat up, and 1 charge. Multi-forge unlocks at level 8 of the forge, and so upgrading to level 8 is going to be a bit of priority to get this. This is going to basically give you the maximum wish points, because on average you're going to hit more 4-star, 3-star production if you have this deck set up. So overall, this is the deck you want to run for the warm stone armor. For the regular stone armor, the deck is going to be slightly different. Rather than having those 2 heat ups, you're going to have instead 4 entire forge experts, 1 charge, still the 2 multi-forges, but having the 4 forge experts. This is going to get the most wish points on average for this specific stone armor. And that is because this is easier to craft and get a high quality. You can just run this. You don't have to go for the crazy upside with the double heat ups, and this is going to be the more optimal choice. But basically, both of these decks you've seen are both really solid for a 7-card deck. But for the 2 specific ones, this is the most optimal. Then for the chill guard armor, very simple: just 4 forge expert, 2 multi-forge. Multi-forge is a very strong card. This is going to be the optimal deck setup for the chill guard armor. And then finally, I don't know if you're running probably now you don't need to run the copper stew pot anymore, but for a 5-card deck, this is the optimal: 4 forge expert, 1 multi-forge. Really simple. And like I said, no one's going to be getting this process upgrade because alchemy is not possible to get high star products, which is the unfortunate thing. I think this will probably be addressed in a patch. And now we have Alchemy Workshop level 8. Now the thing about Alchemy Workshop, you cannot, at least at level 8, you cannot get above a 0-star output other than in 2 different items. One is Calming Bouquet and one is Warm Dust. And even Warm Dust is very, very low chances. So I'm just going to show you basically these decks, then quickly look at the other decks. But these are so for Calming Bouquet, this is the optimal deck: 3 ingredients, 1 distill, 2 enchants. This has been the optimal deck since level 6. And it is still the optimal deck even at level 8. 3 ingredients, 1 distill, 2 enchant. Very simple. You have a decent chance of getting those higher star upgraded product. Now, Warm Dust, this is the optimal deck: 4 ingredients, 1 distill, 2 enchant. However, with this deck, you have a 0.4% chance, which basically means out of 1,000 attempts you do of this, you're going to get 4 of 2-star. And so like in order to get certain process upgrades, you need to get 2-star Warm Dust. Yeah, so like you would need it for this grind, but like, I mean, no one is going to be getting that 0.4% chance, almost no one. So, but this is the optimal deck for Worm Dust, we're gonna have to wait for like future levels or a patch to happen for us to actually have a decent chance of upgrading or producing these higher star output. And all the other ones, basically, you have a 0% chance of producing higher than 0 star, so it doesn't really matter what you run. Like, and by that I mean the Warming Incense. This is considered the optimal deck, so you can copy it down, but I'm not gonna emphasize it too much because you're still always gonna get 0 star product. You're never going to get higher than 0 star. Then you have Common Incense. These are by the calculator the highest average scores, but like I said, you will never be able to get above a 0 star when you're producing these other things. And then here, the Calming Worm Dust, again, you will not be able to produce above a 0 star until some things change in the future. So that is the awkward thing about Alchemy. Okay, so with all that covered, we're now going to go to my friend who I know has an upgraded kitchen with all boosted cards. Now, so in order for you to get these key process upgrades for the kitchen, which are the ones under your control, you have to spend 3,600 charcoal and also 2,000 rose salt. But what we're going to do now, we're going to go to my friend's kitchen, use all 20 attempts because he has an upgraded kitchen. Of course, he's going to have a higher chance of producing a higher star quality dried mushroom, and then you're going to get just more value when you deliver them in an order. And don't worry, like you might be thinking, well, you're going to overproduce them right now. You're going to eventually get enough orders, or you can abandon orders and refresh them so that you can deliver all of your dried mushrooms. So because he has upgraded process cards, we are going to make the swap like we said, which is 1 ferment, 1 slow cook, and then 3 heat control. This is the optimal deck. Now, if you want to just maximize your chances, you can go 1 by 1. But if you just want to save time, I'm just going to go by 10 times. If I get lucky, it's really good for me. If I get unlucky, obviously it's brutal. But I'm just hoping that we can hit good luck. Oh, ferment right off the bat, that's good. Oh, but slow cook last cards are not good. We're going to end up with a bad hit, but we're going to do it again. Because I don't want this video to go on for ages. And also, like, I mean, yeah, terrible. That is the worst possible outcome. So that's why you want to do it 1 by 1. So now going back to my kitchen, make sure you're going to swap the formula back, the recipe, because if you don't have the upgrade process cards yet, you want to have 4 heat control, 1 slow cook. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and do the 10 times. I've already blown the 10 times on the other thing. If I get lucky here, honestly, even from my own kitchen, I can get star upgrades. I think we got a good lineup. We're going to get some decent star upgrades, some 2-star dried mushroom. I'm happy with that. We have the process upgrade complete for slow cook. So we're going to make that upgrade. And for the ferment, we still need more. We still need more of this. So that is going to be, okay, we'll do another 10 times. So the slow cook got enhanced, so it's just going to be better for us to run this. We just need to draw in a slow cook early. Okay, got a second. I think maybe we have a decent chance. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Okay, nice. So we're going to get a decent hit, a 4-star hit of a 10 times, even from my not fully upgraded kitchen. Oh, we got refund. That's great. We got refund of our resources. We're going to be able to just do another 10 times. Okay, so overall, now we have all of our process upgrades complete. Of course, we have a lot of dried mushroom that we will have to offload, but we will get that done. And so now we have the upgrades. So now I'm just going to show you, once you get these upgrades, the new optimal deck will be 1 ferment, 1 slow cook for this dried mushroom. And for the other one, which is a salted dry fruit, it is going to be 1 slow cook, 1 ferment, and the 3 heat controls. Otherwise, the other decks are going to be exactly identical. We're all set up to go. So hopefully this video is helpful, guys, for the optimal crafting decks for Divine Shard level 8 and even after the process upgrades. And then now you're just going to run this up until you get to Divine Shard level 9. Then maybe some changes will happen and I'll make an updated video at that point. So hopefully this is helpful. Good luck with all of your homestead stuff. If you have any other tips, feel free to share in the comment section down below. But thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you think about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.